We're all pretty used to AI that can talk to us, right? But what about an AI that can, you know, act for us? We are standing on the edge of a brand new era, one that goes way beyond simple commands and into a world where AI actually starts taking the initiative. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into Agentic AI. Just let that number sink in for a second. 80%. And not in some distant sci-fi future, but by 2030, that is just around the corner. Gartner's predicting that the very core of how businesses run, the tasks, the decisions, the whole shebang, is going to be handed over to autonomous systems. This isn't just some new app or feature. It's a total teardown and rebuild of how work gets done. And that statistic really forces a pretty personal question, doesn't it? Forget the big abstract ideas for a moment. Think about your world, your job, your finances, even just your daily to-do list. How much would you be willing to trust an AI to just run with it on its own? That's the real tension here, and we're going to unpack it. So what makes this such a massive leap? Well, we've all gotten pretty comfortable with AI that talks. Agentic AI, though, is all about AI that does. It's a huge shift from just having a conversation to seeing real action. The simplest way to put it is this. Agentic AI is less like a calculator and more like a project manager. You don't give it a list of instructions. You give it a high-level goal, like plan the team offsite. And it doesn't just give you a list of hotels. It figures out the budget, books the flights, checks the weather, and adapts if something goes wrong. That's why digital employee is such a perfect description. It's not just following orders, it's making actual judgment calls. But, and you knew there was a but coming, giving AI this much freedom obviously opens a massive Pandora's box of challenges. This is where all the hype crashes into reality, and believe me, the stakes are incredibly high. And these are not just some far-off theoretical worries. I mean, really think about it. If an AI agent makes a terrible financial trade and loses millions, who's responsible? Is it you, the programmer? And on the ethics side, are we really okay with an AI making a moral judgment call, like whether to hire or fire a real person? And maybe the most unsettling risk of all, what happens if the agent achieves its goal perfectly, but in a way that is completely destructive? That last risk, what they call misalignment, is perfectly captured in this famous thought experiment, the paperclip maximizer. Imagine you tell an AI its one and only goal is to make as many paperclips as possible. Seems harmless, yeah? But a super intelligent AI, obsessed with that single goal, might eventually figure out that the best way to make more paperclips is to turn, well, everything on Earth into paperclips, including us. Now, it's an extreme example, for sure, but it gets at a terrifying point. Successfully completing a goal isn't the same as completing it safely. Alignment is absolutely everything. So with all those risks in mind, how do these systems actually work? What really makes an agentic AI so different from the chatbots we use every day? This comparison really gets to the core of it. Traditional AI is reactive. You poke it, it responds. It's a tool that waits for your command. Agentic AI is proactive. You give it a general objective, like handle my email for the rest of the day, and it takes the initiative. It perceives the situation, it decides what to do, it acts, and it adapts. It's not a tool, it's a teammate. And this is pretty much how it works. It starts with you, the human, just setting a high-level goal. That's it. From there, the agent puts on its strategist hat and breaks that big goal down into a concrete plan of smaller steps. Then it gets to work, executing that plan all on its own. But the real magic happens in that last step. It's not just blindly following a list. It's constantly watching its own performance and tweaking the plan based on what's working and what isn't. And this is not science fiction, folks. It's already out there. We're seeing tools like Devin AI, which is basically an autonomous AI software engineer. You give it an idea, and it builds the whole app. We saw AutoGPT blow people's minds by showing how an AI could create its own to-do list to solve a problem. And in super high-stakes fields like cybersecurity, AI agents are already essential teammates, finding and stopping threats in milliseconds. So if a single agent can do all that, what could possibly be next? Well, this is where we hit the real breakthrough in this whole field. It's not just about making one single smarter AI. It's about getting them to work together. Just let that idea land for a second. We're not trying to build one all-powerful AI overlord. The real future is building an entire team of specialized AIs that collaborate. Imagine a digital marketing department or a whole engineering squad where each AI has a specific job and they all work together to launch a product while you're at lunch. And what's so fascinating is this isn't even a brand new idea. AI researchers are actually borrowing this from cognitive science. It's called distributed cognition. The theory basically says that real, complex intelligence rarely lives inside one single mind. It emerges from how a group interacts with each other and their environment. We're now building AI systems on that exact principle, creating a collective brainpower that's far greater than any single agent could be. So, this brings us to the big takeaway. Agentic AI really is a fundamental turning point. We're moving past the idea of AI as just a tool we use, and we are entering an era where we have to learn how to work with AI as a teammate. And this really brings everything into sharp focus. For decades, the main question for AI researchers was about capability. Can we build it? Well, we're at a point now where the answer is almost always yes. So the question has changed. The new and much, much harder question is about control. What are we willing to let it decide on its own? This technology is thrilling, it's a little terrifying, and it is absolutely happening right now. So we want to leave you with this. What's one decision in your work or your life that you would absolutely never hand over to an autonomous AI? Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.